All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? Hey, man. It's jamithatsme here. Welcome back to my channel, okay? When that intro be playing, I just be back here just vibing, okay? Because I be enjoying it that much. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well, okay? Today, we will be getting into Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, as well as Real Housewives of Potomac. Child, let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, y'all. First up, y'all know we got to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. As everybody get ready to go ahead and come on into the room, we're going to go ahead and chop it up about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, it was not a whole lot that was going on, but I definitely want to highlight the fact that Miss Lisa, girl, you fake as hell. Okay, Lisa fake. I don't trust Lisa. Lisa be up here lying, but we're going to go ahead and walk through it real quick, okay? So Lisa talks with her husband about being ambushed. And I'm just like, I don't feel like you were ambushed, girl. So where did you get this ambush from? Because you're the one who went and found all the other individuals to bring into the room. Let's be clear. Now, Whitney definitely tiptoed in her J's into the room, but you brought in the other folks. So nobody ambushed you. You just couldn't take what it is she was dishing out, okay? So you had to try and change the conversation. You tried to divert and go and make it about friendships and people speaking on your friends instead of it being about the fact that you had what she did. She stopped the catering company from coming through for her good friend that you've been on for like 14 years. Girl, you full of SHI animal. Okay, what's going on, Bondi? Hey, Bondi blew up in the building. What's up, CCF freak? Okay, hi. Is this live or is the premiere? It is live. Okay, hey y'all. Hey, naturally, Margot, come on in the room. Okay, so we could talk about some things. All right, what's going on, Princess? Princess, thank you so much for the timestamps that you put in my last video. I appreciate that. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so Lisa's talking to her husband. Y'all know how I feel. I feel like Lisa full of SHI and she's full of a team. All right. She says she's talking to her husband and she thinks that what I write? Her husband thinks that if she and Whitney get together, because she's telling him about being ambushed and stuff, he feels like if the two of them get together, then they probably could resolve all of this. Possibly, but I feel like it's going to be for a limited time only. I really do. I don't think that's going to last between the both of them. What else happened? Lisa says Whitney interjected herself into the friendship. I disagree with that. I do not think that Whitney just interjected herself. I feel like her friend wanted to be friends with Whitney. Hell, the girl thought that she was related to Whitney, so she went up, approached her, and the friendship formed from there. So I think that Lisa is just full of it. I think she just didn't like that her friend, out of all of the people she could have become friends with, she chose to become friends with Whitney, and that's a person that Lisa is not very fond of in this moment. Okay, so that's that. Mary decided to stop by Whitney's house. Very funny to me because she tells them about the church member who lost their daughter due to an accident. I believe she slid on the road and fell off the interstate or something like that down into like a neighborhood or something. And the way she told the story was kind of like, what in the Erica Jane is this from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Like, are you sure? Because this sounds like the same incident that Erica said about her son when he went to go see his daddy, Tom. So it was giving me like some BS. I thought it was like, not a true story or whatever. And then she turned around and followed it up with, well, hey, I'm glad I'm here. Welcome. I'm like, girl, you don't talk about somebody's child died and then turn around and say, yay, I'm happy I'm here. What? But I will say that she actually was telling the truth, though. That was a real story. I ended up seeing the story circulate on Twitter. So that was definitely a real story that this girl was telling. Okay. Even though it came off a little sketchy or whatnot, it was a real story. Okay. Whitney, she opens up with Mary about the incident that took place with Lisa. Okay. She says that Lisa's upset with her being friends and cousins with Angie. And y'all know Angie is the lady that brought the info to Lisa about, everything being canceled as far as the catering and all that stuff. So they've been friends for years, but kind of find out that's Whitney's cousin and they also cool. Okay. Now Mary tells her that she thinks that the more Whitney discusses it and brings up Miss Lisa, the more she's letting her bother her, the more it's getting to her and stuff, right? So Mary feels as though Whitney needs Lisa to validate her. I don't know if she needs validation from her. Maybe. I feel like most importantly, she probably needs some respect and maybe some acknowledgement, right? But, maybe it could be, a little bit of her needing to be validated, because Whitney did say that she's learning that or seeing that she needs to be accepted, right? She's seeking some type of acceptance and some type of respect from Lisa. Mary thinks that Whitney wants Lisa in her life if she does feel that way. And I still feel like, girl, that don't mean she want her in her life. That don't mean she want her in her life. She just wants her to respect her and acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? Acknowledge her for whoever she is. So there's that on there, I guess, girl. Heather talking about her daughters. Her daughter ended up getting accepted, honey. So congratulations to her daughter for getting accepted into one of the colleges that she wanted to go to. I thought that was cute. Jen Shaw, she had this sit down. She went and had this sit down with Brooks. You know, I thought it went pretty well for the most part, even though I felt like Jen didn't she still to me didn't take full responsibility by saying, oh, you know, I don't really run my accounts, you know, my team runs my account, but I had a conversation with my team. And it's like, Jen, you know you did it. Stop lying. Everybody want to talk about how they don't run their accounts when some SHI go down. Just like Mia did, about a week ago or something, talking about how she don't run her account. Girl, bye. Okay, but I guess, so let's go ahead and move on. So she apologizes to Brooks. Brooks, you know, he accepts it. He said that he couldn't really explain to her how he was feeling and what all he was going through at that time. But he, you know, all is well in the neighborhood until Jen Shaw pull another stunt, because we know that's something that Jen is going to do, because that's just how she is. Okay. Now, Jenny and Whitney, so they get to know each other. Okay, they notice that they kind of got some things in common, but on opposite ends of the spectrum a little bit. Whitney said that she was a little worried about connecting with Jenny because, of course, she is Lisa's friend, and y'all already see how Lisa is about her friends. She really don't want her friends to be friends with nobody else, especially not no Whitney. Okay, so there's that. Jenny was, of course, up there advocating for Lisa, talking about how great she is of a person and stuff, and Whitney was just like, girl, what the hell is you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. See, I'll say this, okay? I haven't gotten the opportunity to experience that side of her, so I'll leave it at that, okay? Because I don't know what the hell you talking about, but you ain't the first person to say it. I'll just say that I haven't experienced that. Now, they also talk about the husbands and how Whitney may want some more kids, even though her husband had a vasectomy, whereas, and I guess her husband doesn't want any more kids, but of course, he's older, right? He won't want no more kids, for real. When it comes to Jenny, she talks about how her husband wants kids, but she don't. And I do not blame Jenny. Like, baby, I done had 3. You got me, baby, you better go in there and sit down. Okay, you better see if you can rent a child, because it's not coming out from over here. Okay, because it's more than just carrying the child, right? It's beyond that. It's the work that you got to put in. And she's the one that's at the house with the babies all the time, doing everything, waking them up, feeding them, doing all this stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now that she done got her last child to be independent, they can go in there and fix their own breakfast and stuff. Girl, they could pick up the remote when she called him from the other room. Girl, please, listen, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Let's move on. So Heather, and Meredith. They say now they chit-chatting and stuff. Heather's talking about her daughters and how her daughter got accepted into college and stuff, and how she wants to know, excuse me, how she wants to know about her sex life. Now, a year ago, she didn't want her daughter engaging in none of that, okay? She was afraid of how it was going to look, how it was going to come off, you know, her chances being slim of actually, you know, getting married at some point. But now she's growing to this place where she wants her daughter to fully experience life, whatever that is, right? She also feels like if her daughter is not engaging in sexual activity, then she kind of thinks something is wrong with her. And I don't really understand why you would think something is wrong with your daughter. I mean, it's one thing, I guess, I don't know how their conversations go, but it's one thing for her to probably want to do that, but also have enough, you know, sense to be like, I'm not ready for that at this time. I definitely want to do that, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little longer, okay? And I don't blame that little girl. Okay, I don't blame her at all. So we get to Whitney and Lisa because they decide to have this sit down. Hilarious. Okay, Lisa wants to have new beginnings with Whitney. Let me tell y'all, Whitney's face had me hollering because she was really prepared to be ready for whatever and get up and walk out if she needed to, because this was really awkward. And I feel like Lisa just gives off a weird energy about her anyway. Like, she doesn't give off a welcoming energy at all. So I can understand Whitney coming in the room like, what is it then, honey? Lisa says that she didn't think that, so the husbands hung out, right? They had a great time, right? And just like the guys over there on Potomac, they like, listen, the women can bicker, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. But when it comes to us, can we make sure we like this all the time? Okay, and let them keep their SHI over there. So that's what's going on. So Lisa's husband came to her and said, hey, I had a great time with the fellas, okay? I think you need to go ahead and have a conversation with Miss Girl because I enjoyed them so much. I don't want this SHI messed up, okay? And me and the guys was talking about y'all probably becoming friends. So Lisa sits in Whitney's face and tell this bold-faced lie that she told her husband, talk about some, oh, well, that's interesting because I thought that we were already friends. I said, BIT, you couldn't have thought that. You could not have thought that you guys were already friends the way that you showed your R's in that room when you, number one, when you found out that your good Judy was her friend and her cousin. And you talking about you want her being affiliated with this, okay? Don't be so quick to connect yourself or align yourself with this person. You said some things, Miss Lisa, so for you to get up there in her face and play in her face like that and say, oh, well, I thought that we were friends. You wrong. And I'm glad that Whitney was like, girl, well, from my understanding, we was never friends, honey. I don't know where you got that from. I don't know what your values and morals are. But when it comes to me over here and how you've represented yourself with me, that's a dead AF, girl. We ain't never been friends, okay? Lisa is full of it. Period. Whitney tells her Lisa calls her out about her calling her a this. When they all linked up, she was like, yeah, you called me like a this. And then Lisa said, oh, I'm sorry. Girl, I didn't even mean it like that. And I said, how did you not? That's exactly how you meant it. What you mean with this? You knew it. And she tried to clean it up. And I said, it's not going to work for you, ma'am. You can't clean this up, girl. Okay. I think Lisa is jealous of Whitney. I don't know what it is, but I feel like she's jealous of her, maybe because Whitney is like a very open, free-spirited person. Possibly. It could be that. I don't know what it is. But I definitely feel like there's some jealousy that's there on the table, okay? Lisa kept saying that she didn't mean things that way. I felt like at this time she was trying to blame her friend. She felt like her friend was seeking out a friendship with Whitney. And I said, that's BS, because you was just talking about how you felt like Whitney was seeking out a friendship with your friend to try to get back at you and steal your friend and say, hey, I stole this from Lisa. So what are you like? It's not adding up. So I felt like Lisa was full of SHI. Whitney and Lisa said that they're pretty much going to try to do better with each other, you know, off of the strength of their husbands. So we're going to see how that's going to work out between both of the ladies. But overall, the episode was just okay. I think last week's episode was way better than this one, but we're going to see. I'm going to tell you this, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, when Potomac go off, y'all better be giving. Y'all, because the little views that y'all are getting are likely coming from the viewers that just finished watching Potomac, okay? And probably need to come down off their high because the episode was giving just so much, okay? So y'all gonna have to figure some things out now, okay? Y'all gonna have to calm it down. Let me see what y'all over here saying. Lisa needs some vegetables in her life, don't it? I think Lisa is jealous because Whitney is not your typical Mormon. Oh, that's a great point. That is very true. Very true. Lisa may be jealous that Whitney is pretty and free. Yeah, could be that. Right. Same thing he said. Like, she's not your typical Mormon. Lisa didn't even acknowledge her when she came to the party. Friends, don't do that. Exactly. She didn't even acknowledge this lady. And then I still didn't go. I was supposed to go back and watch it because y'all did say something where she was like, gosh, you guys ever been to a party where there's been no food or something like that? So that is another thing to confirm that she had something to do with that caterer not showing up for that party. In addition, she ended up having the caterer speak out recently on I think it was Twitter or Instagram. I didn't read it because I felt like it was all lies, you know, just to come to her defense. She probably begged them. So I don't believe then Lisa coming out Lisa mouth. But anyway, let's go ahead and transition to what y'all really here for, girl. Let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives. Let me find it first, because y'all know I like to have my little things up here. Let's go ahead and get it to Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this. Listen, I was so ready to go off about this episode, but I feel like the ladies probably went off enough for me, okay? So I'm going to try to keep this as chill as I can, okay, as we get into Real Housewives of Potomac. If you're a stan or a fan of Ashley, baby, go ahead and click off. You can hit the dislike and exit. Go ahead and hit that dislike, baby, and go ahead and head out, because it's not going to go in your favor. Okay? If you're a hater of Candiace, you dislike it's still not going to go in your favor, baby. I'm giving y'all a quick intermission to go ahead and exit the room if you like. It's up to you, baby, whatever you want to do. You're not going to convince me. I'm not going to say what it is that you want me to say because you feel away. I do not give a damn. Okay, I'm just giving you guys a cute little disclaimer right now. So if you would like to hit the dislike, it would not matter to me either way, but I want to give you the opportunity to back out of the video and scoot over to another one, okay? Otherwise, just, you know, moonwalk to the back. Let me see. Thank you so much, Princess, for the super chat. Child, I'm ready for you to gather these Real Housewives of Potomac ladies. Much love. Don't forget Ashley Oh, you know I'm not. You know I'm not. You know I'm Ashley, you are the reason we here today, girl. You have gathered everyone into the church, and we have come so we can drag your ass out of it, okay? Because you're not worthy. I am not here for Ashley. I've never been here for Ashley. So if you are a stan or a fan, I'm repeating now over the intercom. Please exit stage left, or you can moonwalk to the back, whichever one serves you the best purpose, okay? Let's get into it. Mia and Candiace continuing to argue when Ashley decides to lie. Okay, I got loud. Okay, Ashley decides to lie, okay? And she says that she spends more time with Mia and knows her story. B.I.T., you was just sitting over there with Miss Robyn, and you were talking about how you didn't even know about her mama. So for you, see, this is why I can't do Ashley, because she definitely inserts herself into SHI. She definitely inserts herself. And I don't be understanding, like, just fall back a little bit. Just fall back sometimes. Let's move on. So Karen tries to talk to Candiace, but Candiace isn't trying to hear nothing. And I don't blame her. Okay. After walking out, Mia decides to walk back in so that she could tell Candiace about her mom. Candiace tells her that she's not going to disrespect her. She says that she was nice to her at one point when all of the ladies wanted to get in that ass. Okay, so you're not going to disrespect me. You can disrespect all these other ladies, and they may not check you accordingly. Like Gizelle should have checked you when you came in there and lied on her, talking about something you did. Gizelle should have cussed you out at that moment, right? But the only person that's really going to get with y'all is likely going to be Candiace. Okay, so Mia says, who cares? You don't have to be nice to me. I need y'all to hold on to that. So whenever Mia gets dragged later on in the future, hold on to that, because Mia says nobody has to be nice to her. Keep that in mind, okay? Now, Eddie and Chris see what's going on, but don't want to go near the fight. Now, I feel like, Eddie, you don't have to. Chris, you should have, but I'm going to get in your ass, too, at the end of the episode, Chris, because I don't like something that you did, okay? Now, Mia breaks an item on the table. Everybody's talking about Miss Candiace doing a whole lot, tossing things. Who broke something, though? Girl, make sure y'all call that out when y'all over there calling out everything. Now, both ladies was definitely doing the most, but I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that Mia was the one that broke an item, okay? What else do I have here? So, Mia breaks an item on the table and tells Candiace her mom is a recovering addict. Candiace continues to let her know, B.I.T., I don't give a fuck. And I feel like she shouldn't. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn. I feel like it's like watching Love After Lockup. And we be seeing Brittany and Marcelino on there, and she's exploited her mama for like 2 seasons because she's a drug addict. Girl, bye. If you didn't want nobody to talk about your mama, you should have brought your mama on this damn show. Okay, so it is what it is. A lot of people are asking why Candiace is crying, and they feel as though she's playing the victim. For me, I don't think she's playing the victim. I feel like she and Mia both were crying for the same reason. I feel like, when you get so mad and the tension is so high, you get so upset, you get mad, and you just start crying. I don't think she was crying trying to play victim, but those are just my thoughts. I disagree with that, okay? I think they was both upset, mad as hell, and they both was just up there crying. But if we are going to say that, if that's going to be your statement of Candiace being a victim, then make sure you apply that to Mia, because, and I'm going to say this again, but let me say it why it's on my mind. Mia didn't give a fuck about her mom. Mia never even brought up her mom until the ladies made it an issue. When the ladies began to make it an issue, that's when Mia decided to open up her mouth and start talking. But let's keep going. Candiace says that she doesn't want her sob story because Mia gets to say whatever she wants, that people think that she's just supposed to sit there and take it. And I agree. That's like the same thing that y'all do with Ashley. Oh, you can't say this to Ashley because Ashley just had a baby. Oh my God, no, don't say it. No, you can't say that to Mia. You can't respond with low budget, that her mom's low budget. Oh my God, because her mom is on drugs or her mama did whatever. Girl, she should have never brought her mom on this damn show. Because how I feel about it is, girl, a stranger is going to, because Mia went to this place, and I'm kind of fast forwarding. She went to this place where she talks about her mom possibly relapsing. Girl, if your mama gonna relapse, she gonna do it anyway. Okay, that's just what she gonna do. And you're not gonna put that on Candiace and make it seem like Candiace is the one that'll make your mama relapse. Girl, a stranger will make your mama relapse before Candiace do. Okay, because Candiace ain't really got to see your mom. Okay, it be regular people. Y'all walking down the street and somebody could just walk up to your mom. Yo, I heard you was on drugs though. Yeah. They put it on the TV screen. So that's you. Like, girl, if your mama gonna do it, she gonna do that anyway, because that's just how she is. Oops, so let's keep going. Thank you so much, Princess, for the super chat. You and Bundy gonna give Ash that 3-piece combo drag. I ain't never been here for Ashley. Never been here for Ashley and will not be here for Ashley. What else happened? Mia says Candiace needs therapy and goes on to tell G that she doesn't want to be around someone that's so dysfunctional. Well, then it's no shade, but why you got your mama around if you don't want to be around somebody that's so dysfunctional? And to be honest, yeah, all of y'all need therapy. And I'm not excluding Candiace out of that. Girl, all of y'all need therapy for sure. What else went on? Karen wants to know if Candiace knew about her mom. Candiace tells her no. Okay, at the time that X, Y, and Z happened, I did not know about her mama. Okay, Mia says that she has way too much to lose to deal with this. And I said, that's right, Mia, girl. You better be smart enough to walk away. However, weren't you the same person that put your hands up in Candiace's face multiple times? Was that you? Was that you? But you got too much to lose now, but you didn't have too much to lose just a few minutes ago? You sure that wasn't you? Oh, okay then. All right, so then Mia and G. Okay, they're letting everybody know they're about to leave. Okay, they're ready to head out. Wendy had to grab her husband and Candiace's husband. She grabbed her husband so he could go talk to G. Grab Chris. You need to see about your wife. Okay, get out here and talk to your wife. Now, as soon as Candiace sees Chris, hilarious, because she's like, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Yeah, you are in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I live to see Chris, for the most part, kind of gather Candiace and try to calm her down. I love it, okay? I'm not mad at that. However, I am mad at what he did towards the end of the episode, because some things are warranted and some things are not, okay? Karen goes to sit with Mia and encourages her to stand up and remember who she is, all right? Mia tells Karen that she doesn't feel cheap and she isn't going to, okay? Mia is also crying, in my opinion, like I feel like she was crying because the tension was so high. I don't think Mia was really thinking about her mom like that. I think the other ladies made it a big deal. Just like the milkmaid comment, let's talk about it. So I saw a clip of Ashley on Watch What Happens Live. Ashley was not offended by the milkmaid comment. It was the fans. It's y'all motherfuckers, okay? It's the cast, okay? So if they make it seem like it's the issue, then of course she's gonna feel away. Because Candiace said, not Candiace, but Ashley said that on Watch What Happens Live or whatever. So I feel like that's the same thing with Mia. Mia wasn't tripping off that. But since everybody else made it seem like it was an issue, it was like, okay, maybe I should be mad at that. Okay, let me lean a little bit more into this, okay? Let me lean in. Girl, go ahead. All right. So Wendy is there supporting. Wendy is there supporting Mia as well. Okay. I don't know why I wrote bye Mia. You brought your mama on this show and exploited her for a storyline, but just in case y'all didn't hear me the first time, that's how I feel. What else did I say? Yeah, I said that you're trying to put a relapse off on Candiace, and to me, that's dead as fuck. And like I told y'all earlier, a fan on the street can offend your mama quicker than Candiace can. You bringing her on this show is enough for her to relapse, okay? Anybody can make your mama, it don't matter. Your mama can use, in my opinion, any excuse that she can to relapse, because you said out your own mouth that it's not a day that goes by that my mother doesn't think about getting high. Whose fault is that? So you want to sit up there and make it seem like it's Candiace's fault when your mama already at the house with your motherfucking kids and she really don't even want to be there. Girl, let me not go down that road because I was gonna go there, girl. You better hope your children don't contribute, okay? So let me move on, okay? What else did I want to say? Mia, okay, now Mia wants to say, don't talk about anybody's mom, okay? And I feel like you also don't go to nobody's mom that you don't know. So you don't want Candiace talking about your mom because she doesn't know your mom like that in her situation or whatever, right? But you also don't know her mom like that. I don't give a damn what she told you. For you to go up to this girl and start asking about her finances, and then you want to put it off on the fact that, oh, well, I'm a CEO, so I like to make sure, I like to figure out what the problem is. Like, just lying in her face, and you wonder why she didn't go off on you even more. Like, that makes... Anyway, so a scholar tells Mia her calling Candiace's video shoot was low budget and it really hurt her. This is Mia's response. Well, if she felt a way, then she should have said something. Well, BITCH, if you felt the way about her calling your mama low budget, you should have said something a long time ago. How about that? Right. Okay. I feel like the same thing Mia can say in this situation about Candiace is also being applied to her as well. What else did I want to say? Ashley. Let me tell you why I wrote Ashley, because I'm laughing because Ashley is in the background. She's like, she always does that. Ashley is waiting for she's literally double dutching. Like, she's really like ready to jump in. Like, Ashley has been like this from the moment she got in the house. Ready to get into the midst of what's going on, even though it ain't got shit to do with her. That's the same thing she did last year with a situation that ain't have nothing to do with her. All of those ladies could have wrote a statement. All of them could have wrote a statement, but Ashley took it upon herself to be the person to write it. Okay? Now, I told y'all, Ashley don't let go of SHI. She does not let go of anything. So I don't care about what nobody's saying. When she brought that mess to Wendy, she did that on purpose. I've told you guys that more than one time. And if her confirmation from the last episode when she said she didn't give a damn about Wendy, that should be enough for y'all to know. When she brought that mess to Wendy, she did that on purpose. Okay? Where else we at? Okay? I just wrote that I love that Candiace gets Ashley's ass together every single time, because if ain't nobody gonna call Ashley out, Candiace is gonna do it. Okay? Mia tries to relate to the low budget comment that she called Candiace, but that's not how we came off at the time, right? That's not, now you want to try and relate to the low budget. Like, no, I've been there, you know, because when I was getting started, first of all, what was you getting started when the company wasn't already yours? It was your husband's. So what was low budget? What are you talking about? When it was passed down from your husband and the company had already been in place, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Mia's not making any sense. Only to follow up the statement where she make over $400,000. I said, baby, this lady here. A scholar asked her, is the reason why you say this all the time, is that because you've never had it before? Is that, no, it's not. It's because I work damn hard. No, bitch, it's because you ain't never had it before. That's what it is. And you didn't have to work too hard for your husband to show you how it is to do it. Okay? Your husband showed you what to do. All you had to do was like slide in. Okay? You got training on the job and you went in and you did what you needed to do. Congratulations, girl. But let's be honest. You did not come from that. And that's the reason why you continue to talk about that. Okay? I feel like that's the same thing about Wendy. When Wendy kept bringing up her degrees, Wendy didn't come from all of this fantabulous stuff. That's why she kept bringing up her degrees. Same thing with Mia, why she bring up her money. But let's move on, okay? What else did I want to say? I talked about that. Her mama relapsing. She don't go a day without getting high, but you want to sit up there and cry and make it seem like it's Candiace's fault. If your mama relapse, you're going to be hopping on her head. And girl, shut up. Go have a conversation with your mom. Candiace is outside crying to Chris about her video being called low budget, okay? Chris tells her that if she feels like Mia is projecting and you respond back to her projecting, then that means that you too are insecure if you say you aren't. I kind of agree with Chris on that. If you continue to talk about it, it does kind of come off like, I mean, are you insecure? But I also agree with Candiace too, because I feel like two things can be right at the same time. At the end of the day, whether I do or I don't feel insecure about it, it's BIT, watch your motherfucking mouth. If you don't want me to come sideways out mine, then don't come sideways out yours. You're a fan of this show, right? You've seen enough shows to know. So, I mean, girl. That's how I'm feeling about it. Chris says at some point somebody need to shut the fuck up. Nah, he right. Well, you're right. At some point somebody do need to shut the hell. Just shut up, okay? Just give them dust, nothing, okay? Chris tells her that it's okay to speak one time, right? Not all the time. It's not always cool to speak one time. Sometimes you gotta say something else depending on what the hell is said to you. What else? Chris wants Candiace to say to Mia, I'm not going to disrespect you if you agree to not to disrespect me. I'm like, girl, I don't know when that conversation gonna happen. Because Candiace really has nothing to say to Mia at this time. So I don't know when that conversation is going to happen. But okay. Wendy checking on Mia again, and she's checking on G. Okay, so G and Mia have decided that they are going to stay. G was ready to do whatever, but it seems like he lightened up a bit more or brightened up a bit more once he found out, oh, we gonna stay. Okay, so we gonna stay, girl. I'm gonna really turn on. I'm gonna really show my ass, okay? So then, and I'm looking forward to next week's episode because it looked like him and Ashley may have a few exchange of words. Yikes. Mia tells Karen how good she looks because Karen goes over there. She's checking on them. She's talking about, you know, how good they look, all this stuff, or they telling her how good she looks. He comes and says, now at this point, I don't know if he's still drunk. I feel like he got real sober when his wife got into it. I don't know. I'm feeling like this is who G is. Talking about, so why you look so good, girl? Why you look so good? Like, what is all of this with the tongue? And Karen didn't know what to do, but I feel like Karen also felt like, oh my God. I felt like she was a little flattered by it, okay? Because then she cocked their head to the side just a little bit more. Girl, because we know Ray ain't licking out not damn piece of a tongue. Girl, let me keep going. Where else am I? Oh, Mia now saying she is staying if Candiace isn't going to talk about her mom. I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. She'll stay if she's not going to talk about her mama. Then you don't talk about your mama. How about that? Chris and Ashley, okay? Chris tells Ashley, congratulations. Chris is downstairs sweeping up this damn, Chris is downstairs sweeping up this lettuce, child, and I am getting a kick out of it because he really didn't want to do it. And then Ashley comes into the kitchen. She felt so awkward. You can tell her body language was real tense. She really didn't want to be around Chris at all. So then Chris tells her congratulations and tells her that motherhood looks good on her. Ashley appreciates the comment, and then her wide body ass heads out of the kitchen, okay? Now, Ashley and Karen, I will say I like that mustard color that was in the room that Ashley was in. I did like that, right? So they end up talking. They're in the room. I believe it was Ashley and Karen. And then the scholar came in, and then Wendy also came in to join the ladies, okay? Karen says that she can toss her salad in the house. Girl, let me tell you, Karen is funny as hell, knowing that she's been around the block a few times, but want to act like she didn't know what stuff was, like teabagging and tossing of the salad. Girl, cut it out. Okay, I thought that was kind of funny. So the ladies are getting ready for dinner at this time. Mia is talking to her babies. And it was in this moment that her husband felt like he was going to go to sleep. G said, I'm done with all this shit, girl. I am exhausted from these arguments. I am going to go to bed, honey. Now, Ashley calls Michael, right? Ashley calls Michael to be messy. For me, I feel like, Ashley, you love including your husband in on the mess, but the issue be that Michael don't know how to keep that shit to himself or even amongst the guys. He likes to bring that shit out in the forefront, which allows him to get his ass read the hell down. The first person she called with the mess was Michael. Then she tried to call Gizelle and Robyn, and eventually she did get them on the line, right? What else? Robyn trying to make it seem like Ashley made them come. Girl, you know production made your ass come. Production told y'all to get up or you will not be getting your check for today. You know it was a requirement for y'all to have call time and for you to get there at a later time. You knew what was going on. Ashley calls the ladies, of course, which is what we ended up seeing, and she updated them on everything that happened between Mia and Candiace. Ashley irks the fuck out of me. And this is the reason why I do want Candiace to withhold some things that she say and give Ashley dust. Because she enjoys moments like this. She truly enjoys moments like this, like so much. And I just be like, Candiace, and we all know at this point that you can get there and you can go toe to toe with anybody, right? We know you got we know you got the mouth, right? I just feel like don't get them nothing else. See what else these hoes like. Let them fend for themselves sometimes. Like I hated to see it. Anyway, so Ashley calls Michael to be messy. Okay, she ended up getting in touch with freaking Frat, right? Gizelle had a great excuse to me to stay her ass at home because of that broken toe, but because she's so messy and she has to be around for the mess and production made her calm, she decided to show up. Even though she could have gave a perfect excuse to production for not showing up because she broke her mother toe. Gizelle came for the mess. Robyn came for the mess too because Gizelle came. But ultimately, I feel like Robyn came due to production. That's crazy. So, let's see. Candiace runs and jumps on Robyn. Girl, why? What was that? You ran and jumped on her like she was damn Chris and wrapped both of your legs around her. What was that about? These hoes don't like you. And I need you to see that this season, that these hoes do not like you. And I feel like they probably didn't like your ass before, but they really didn't like Monique just a little bit more. Okay? and they don't like you. So all this running and jumping and being happy and excited, no ma'am, these women are plotting. They're plotting, Candiace. And you need to ease back up off them. Girl, I would be my own best friend. I went, it'll be me and a scholar. Like, we'll be cool, but I would be like, bitch. I would give them hoes enough, but I wouldn't give them too much more. Thank you so much for the super chat, Anna. Why is Ashley going so hard for Michael? He didn't even answer his phone. Girl, are your kids okay? Right. Girl, check your find my phone. You need to find your husband. Okay, check it. Check it in your phone, girl. Are your kids okay? You know, Ashley, and that's another reason why I don't like Ashley. Like, granted, that's her husband. You're always supposed to, you know, support your husband. But it's like he's never wrong. Like, I can't take it. I can't take it at all. Like, he's never, ever wrong for anything that he does, okay? Gizelle thinks that it wasn't nice for Candiace to call Mia's mom low budget. Giz tells her talking to and talking about are two different things, okay? Giz asks, in this group, do we come for people's mother? And Candiace says, yes. I said, come on, Candiace. Yes, the fuck y'all do. Y'all be coming for Miss Dorothy all the time, child. I was so here for it. So here for it. And then you want to sit up there and talk about how y'all show yourselves up within the group, but wasn't you just going in on Karen at whatchamacallit's house, at Wendy's house? And wasn't Karen up there talking about your hot, fiery box? Wasn't she up there? But then now you want to talk about, can't nobody talk about mamas and stuff? Well, bitch, you somebody mama. Let you tell it. And y'all still up there talking about each other. So what else is going on? Girl, shut up. Robyn brings up Mia's mom, which made it worse or something like that. I think she said bringing up Mia's mom made it worse or something. Candiace said she didn't know about her mom, but after mentioning it, she could tell that she was kind of hurt by it or whatever. And Candiace also says that she didn't know that Mia was crying. So they said Mia, Gizelle said, I heard she was crying, and she was like, really? Like, I didn't know she was crying. She was really crying or whatever. Yeah, both of y'all hoes was up there crying. Okay. Now, Candiace says that had she known about her mom, she would have talked about something else. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Okay? If you made me mad, I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn at all, girl. I'm going to talk about whatever the hell it is that I want to talk about. Period. And what? Now, if you decide that you want to swing and I decide I want to fight you back, we're going to fight back. But if I don't want to, then, girl, I'll just sue you and get the coins. Like, what are we talking about here? What's what? Girl, I'm talking about whatever it is that I want to talk about. And Mia, it's not her fault that you don't know how to read, because it couldn't have been me had Candiace call my mama low budget. I would have said, bitch, everything about you is low budget. What are you talking about? Bitch, I would have dragged the fuck out of Candiace. Okay, so it ain't her fault that you don't know how to read. Get your reads up. You've been studying the show long enough. You should have got it together. Let's move on. Y'all be killing me so much. Y'all be so outraged with the things Candiace say, but y'all the reason that Real Housewives of Atlanta got to where it is today. Yikes, okay? Because they was talking about the same shit not too long ago. Oh my God, it looks like she's having a buffalo. Ooh, and you guys went up for that because it was Kenya, right? Let's keep going. Anyway, Wendy. So Wendy walks in and she speaks and she looks real happy because she's shocked to see that Gizelle and them is there. She's like, oh my God, hi man, what's going on? Okay, so she couldn't even get into the room good enough before Gizelle decided to throw some shade. I said, oh, that's why your ass ain't got no bathroom. You ain't even got a pot to piss in, huh? That's why right there, girl, you don't like that karma came around and hit your ass so quick. Now, is that what it is? Girl, you ain't want nobody to come in your house so they can take a piss and now you can't. Go downstairs with the toe. Go take you and your toe, okay? Go downstairs, okay, and use the bathroom. That's what you do, ma'am. Ain't even got a bathroom. Girl, I said, come on, Wendy. Come on, Wendy. They're going to talk about something. Gizelle asked her about the bathroom, and Wendy tells them that, I don't know, okay, laugh my ass off. Gizelle says, you're the host. True. Wendy, you are definitely the host. But hell, she didn't know y'all hoes was coming either. Now, did she? She didn't know y'all was coming. Either way, y'all can go down to the bottom. You can go down to the bottom and you can use the bathroom. How about that? Now, Robyn, everything about her energy shows that she truly did not want to be there, and production made her come. She can make it seem like it's about her period and all this stuff, all she wants to, but I'm sure we filmed with you being on your cycle multiple times and you did not have that energy. She did not want to be there, but you know she got to hold on to them coins, okay, since they getting this house built. All right. Now, Wendy looks so uncomfortable in her outfit. Y'all not going to make me think that different. Her outfit was super cute. I said, Wendy, this outfit is cute. But baby, Wendy didn't even know how to squat in that photo with Eddie. I said, girl, let the rumors not be true. Let me find out you don't know how to arch your back. Girl, what the fuck? I disagree. I disagree. Wendy looked like she couldn't stand up straight in her outfit because that bitch would pop. So I feel like she probably ordered it a little too small, or maybe it came in smaller than what she thought, because she looked like she was hunched over, more hunched over than she has been in the past when she's walking. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know what's funny? It made me think about Karen saying that she slithered. She was slithering around in that outfit that she had, that romper that she had on. Did y'all see the photo? I wish I had it so I could show it to y'all. I wish I had it so I could show it to y'all of her standing next to Eddie on the bottom top. So this how you are, how you act, or something like this how you pose when your husband comes on a trip or something like that. And I'm like, girl, I hope you don't pose like that. Because if that's a clear eye to the bedroom, then you're doing it wrong, ma'am. Okay, that's not how that goes. Okay, put an arch in your back just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, outfit looked uncomfortable. Karen and Giz, I did like the idea of how her family matches when they go on trips, though. I thought that was hella cute. I will give her that, but she should have got a different size because that one didn't work for her. Karen and Giz, okay. What did I write? I don't know why I wrote Karen and Giz. I feel like they over there, they was on the in the van and they was chit-chatting. They were actually getting along or something like that. Let me tell y'all, they have a love-hate relationship. Period. Okay. Gizelle and Ashley back there trying to teach Karen about teabagging. And I said, stop acting like y'all teach it. Karen knows exactly what teabagging is. So you could tell they do it. You could tell they do it. Okay. I don't do anything. This is the only teabagging that I do. Girl, bye. Karen, you know about their life. You ain't that old, ma'am. You know about it. Candiace and Mia seems to be getting along, although they just got into it, which was interesting. I don't care how much production tried to chop and crop. You could tell that some dialogue was happening between Mia and Candiace. But of course, they got to keep this going like they don't like each other or whatever, which they probably don't. But they definitely were at better terms while they were on that shuttle bus or whatever they was on. Okay. Candiace said sitting next to Mia is like getting picked last. I said, I bet like you got picked last to go into that room, unfortunately, because of your good Judy, Miss Wendy. And I'm starting to look at Wendy sideways as well, Miss Candiace. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Wendy is just one of those friends that can keep it honest with you, tell you when you're wrong or whatever. I didn't really see her tell Candiace, more so about like, hey, friend, you got to do better. I just saw her going more to the side of Mia, you know, making sure Mia is more so accommodated, making sure she's good, catering to Ashley. Anything that you need, let us know. We'll get it to you. Girl, fuck Ashley and them kids. I don't care. Nothing about it, girl. No, ma'am. Hate to hear it. So I'm over here looking at Wendy like, girl, Candiace, is this your friend? Girl, you need to figure out who's a friend and who's a I'm back, guys. Hello. But all in all, I was saying that I think Wendy needs to Candiace needs to look sideways at Wendy, and she needs to identify who's associates versus friends when it comes to this show. Okay, now Ashley says that Michael took the baby to work. Girl, they out to eat at this time. This is hilarious to me. Okay. Hold on, let me go back up. Let me go back up real quick. Ashley asking Gizelle if she likes those white men that was sitting over there at the table. Gizelle likes. First of all, Ashley, no, she doesn't. She did not like those men over there at the table because Gizelle likes disrespectful ass black men. That's what Gizelle likes. So she's not interested in any of those white men over there. Okay? Ashley, I was trying to put somebody on one of the white folk, girl. I guess, honey. I guess. I mean, might as well, honey. Child, let me keep going. Ashley says that Michael took the baby to work, right? And then G asked if the assistant breastfed the baby. Word. Did the assistant breastfeed the baby? Hilarious. Oh my God. That was just too funny to me. And she was like, no, I pumped or whatever like that. Girl, anyway. So the guys are at the table and the wives are at another table. So the white guys at that table ended up buying shots for everybody at the Potomac table. And here go the wives on the other side like, wait a minute, we y'all wives and y'all ain't buy us nothing. Girl, what kind of shit is this? Hilarious. But Karen felt the need to get out her seat to go over to these guys and let them know that she's getting remarried to Ray. I said, girl, why are you talking to these people like they know who the hell Ray is? Girl, they don't know this goddamn man. I'm getting remarried to Ray. And these are your wives over there? Let me tell you, you guys need to buy them whatever they want. You know, I'm like, girl, go sit down. Go sit down, ma'am. Anyway, Wendy wants to cheers to forgiveness. This is what Wendy wants to do. She wants to cheers to forgiveness, okay? Ashley, so pressed by Candiace, so bothered by Candiace that you're paying more attention to Candiace than cheersing and drinking up to forgiveness, ho. So while you sitting up there talking about, oh, Candiace turned her head the other way, well, bitch, you should have too. You should have turned your head the other way as well, because you was sitting up there talking about Candiace looking the other way when it came down to forgiveness, yet you bring up some old shit, so it lets us know that you also have not forgiven either. Okay, girl. So Ashley says at this moment, this is when she's like, oh, Chris, I have to ask this question. Okay? So with the altercation with Mia and Candiace, like you didn't want to get up and go inside and check on them, like what was going through your mind? And I wish Chris would have said, Ashley, it's over with. Everybody's talked about it or whatever. Like that's going to be up to Mia and her whether or not they want to have this conversation. I'm not about to be a part of that. I wish he would have shut her up in that moment and not engaged with Ashley. Thank you so much, Princess, for the super chat. Candiace should just be the villain because all them girls besides Escala don't really feature her like that. If I was her, my foot would be on everyone's neck. Can't fault you there. Can't fault you there. Can't fault you there, girl. Really cannot. Some part of me be want her to stay the villain, keep her foot on their damn necks, okay? But some part of me be like, nah, I want to see who else they gonna try to blame. Even if you don't do nothing, they're gonna figure out a way to say that, oh, this was Candiace. Yeah. Where else was I? Talked about Karen, talked about, okay, yeah, so Ashley asked this question to Chris, and I wish Chris would not have engaged with her, okay? Now, I don't know if y'all heard this in the back. Gizelle says, good question. But gets her bibbity bobbity boo head ass, her chicken neck ass into the confessional and say, Ashley, we were doing so good. You don't want people to be doing good, Gizelle. You don't want people to be doing good. You was glad that Ashley brought that question up because you knew that it was going to keep up the mess. But I feel like all you're doing is securing Candiace's spot more, even if she do throw tantrums or whatever y'all say. Because your ass ain't bringing nothing to the show. Girl, the issue you had with Karen probably lasted, 3 episodes? Like, you're not bringing anything else to the show. Neither is Robyn. She can't even bring Juan to the damn show. Girl, anyway, I don't have time. Chris tells them that he had talked to Candiace because he doesn't subscribe to that. He says he knows that the ladies are going to do what they do, but the guys will always be good. That's how he wants it because he and G already had a conversation about it. So he says he would like to get to a place like that with Michael. So when Candiace and Ashley get into it, he and Michael are always straight. So here go Ashley. Here go Ashley, baby. Okay, Ashley says, well, that's where you and Michael have, opinions about, what she said, like, that's where you guys are. But Michael has, issues with, your opinions and about how, he runs his life or whatever. And you have things to say about how you run your life or whatever the fuck it was that Ashley was saying. And she was full of bullshit. Mind y'all, Robyn in the background. Is she on the phone? I said, who the hell is Robyn on the phone with? Who are you talking to, right? Is it Juan? Girl, I would not have been talking to Juan. If Juan couldn't make it on that trip, he would not have been able to give me a phone call. I'm sorry. Either had you been here, you would have known what was going on. You would have been able to talk to me, baby. Okay, but you chose not to come, so stay at the house. Don't worry about it. I'll see you when I get back. The fuck. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, Ashley says, well, that's where you are, but Michael has opinions about how Chris controls himself and how he lives his daily life, just like Chris had opinions about how, Michael lives his daily life. Chris says that he's never said one thing about Michael. Now, they did flashback to the reunion. Okay, because Ashley said false, which they flashed back to the reunion when Michael had some things to say, when Chris had some things to say about Michael, and rightfully so, because once again, you be telling your man female business, and then he come and get in female business, and Chris is a man. It's like you can talk about whoever the hell you want to, but you're not going to come in my wife that way. So rightfully so. Okay, so there's that. I'm glad that he chomped off your husband. What else? Gizelle chimes in unwanted, okay? She decides to come in and stick up for her good girl, Miss Ashley. Can't stand it. She hops into the conversation. Chris says that he never talked SHI about him, though, okay? Now, Chris definitely stepped up and stood up for his, but he's never talked bullshit about Michael like Michael does him. And Ashley says, but your wife has. And that's when things go wrong. But your wife has, okay? But see, right now, Ashley, you talking about him. But then see, now you included Candiace into this. And see, people wanted Candiace to be quiet, but Ashley sent for Candiace. Ashley sent for Candiace on more than one occasion while sitting at that table. Okay. Candiace says that she was responding to the SHI that Michael has said. Chris says that Michael would sit there and talk SHI about him all the time. Candiace says that Michael referred to Chris as white trash. I feel like with Michael being a man that obviously has a ton of money, the same way black folks like to look at other black folks like they're ghetto because they may come from a lower income or lower income housing or whatever the fuck it is. The same way black people like to look down on people like, oh my God, like, yeah, okay, you're from the ghetto. White people do the same thing and they call their ghetto folks white trash. So I definitely believe that because Michael thinks that he's on a prestigious level. He's on a higher level, okay, because his income is probably a bit more, right? I feel like at this point, Ashley was ready, okay? She jumped up immediately, y'all, all angry because the whole time Candiace up there sipping on her stuff or whatever. So Ashley definitely did the most in this situation because she was trying to get a reaction out of Candiace. And Candiace, this be the thing that I be saying, you got to be able to pay attention and watch because I feel like Ashley does that SHI on purpose to get you right where she wants you so they can continue to try and paint whatever narrative about you that they want. So you got to be mindful. Now, sometimes she gonna sin and you need to go in on her ass for sure. But other times I feel like just pay attention and see how she moving. And be like, girl, I'm not gonna engage with you. Like, girl, fuck you. Thank you so much, Princess, for the super chat. Ashley's such a Aggie white woman, passive aggressive as fuck. Exactly. And people want to talk about the mixed conversation. Like, they love calling Ashley black. I'm like, Ashley as a mixed woman, I don't think Ashley considers herself black at all. I think she does when it benefits her, but I don't think Ashley considers herself as a black woman at all. It's your consistency for me. Thank you so much, Chaz, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I was saying. I think about Ashley. Let me keep reading and seeing what else I want to say about Ashley. Yeah, I said Ashley was ready. She jumped up, you know, immediately yelling. She was trying to get Candiace to a certain place, and Candiace definitely ended up getting there with her. Now, Ashley calls Candiace out for calling Michael a slave driver, right? Candiace did not call your man a slave driver. She did call him an overseer, right? So Bravo shows an image of Candiace calling Michael an overseer of his slaves or something like that. And I feel like this shit was hilarious because that's what Candiace said. That's what an overseer does or something like that, oversees the slaves, right? But here's the tweet. So Ashley added Chris last year saying, you have a lot to say tonight. This is the same energy you and your wife need to have when you cut the umbilical cord from Mrs. Dorothy. Okay, now see how much Ashley kept Candiace's mama's name in her mouth? But then when Candiace calls me as mama low budget, it's a problem. Oh, okay. So then Candiace goes on to say, let me tell you something. I'm trying to spare your weak ass tonight, but my hub isn't who you want. You and your overseer have enough to tend to for you to be sticking that forehead in my business. Be still with her all day long. So here's the confirmation. When she said overseer, I didn't even look at it like it was a slave connection based on what Ashley was saying at the table. Now, there could be more tweets to validate that, but how I was seeing it is Michael is your overseer, ho. He oversees your accounts, bitch. He does. He oversees all of that. He oversees the money that goes out to your mama. And your mama got a whole man living in her house and ain't paying no damn bills. Girl, him nor your mama worth anything. Yeah. Yeah. So if we want to talk about an overseer, yeah, he is an overseer. And I'm not talking about in connection with being a damn slave, but he's like your dad. Right? Because your own white dad disowned you, unfortunately, and that's really messed up, and I hate that for you. However, girl, Michael is your overseer. Let's be very clear about that. Girl, you went and got you a man that's how many years your senior? I mean, you know, what is it, 30 years? However old, girl, that man is an overseer at this point. This man could probably be your grandfather. Let's be very clear, okay? So the grandfather is overseeing the child, which is you. So let's go ahead and move on, him and his great-grandchildren, but we're going to move on. Anyway, so I said what I said, feel away later. Yeah, so what else did I want to say? And let's be clear, Ashley called Candiace, FYI, at the table of BITCH first. So when Candiace called her out for her giving that statement last year and calling her a bitch very hard, please understand that Ashley called her a BIT at the table first, because we know how y'all like to do. Y'all like to go in the middle or towards the end, but never want to go back to the beginning. So let's talk about that. What else? Chris chiming back in. Very interesting because Chris was trying to chime in because the conversation ultimately was between him and Ashley. But then Ashley sent for Candiace, so Candiace added her 2 cents. But what was really interesting was Ashley told him, "I'm not talking to you right now." Hear what I say? She said, "I'm not talking to you right now." And for that alone, I would have got out. If I was Candiace, I would have gotten her shit because bitch, you're not gonna talk to my husband any kind of damn way because your raggedy ass grandfather decided to not show up, bitch. Okay, so if you want to talk about getting on somebody as for old and new, then let me introduce you then. Let's talk, girl. So yeah, I didn't like that. She was like, "I'm not talking to you now. This conversation isn't with you now." And then she decided to go ahead and get back at Candiace. And I'm like, Candiace, you should have really humped on her about that for sure. Because had you been trying to talk to Michael like that, Candiace Ashley would have gotten your ass for sure. She's not gonna let you talk to her man any kind of way. Y'all see how Ashley got all this SHI started? And people still gonna sit up here and blame Candiace and make it seem like it was Candiace's fault. And because they don't like Candiace, they have no issue at all with what Ashley did. And that's fine. That's fine. That's your decision. But also understand that when Candiace chomps her ass off, I feel absolutely no way. So it looks like we're even now, aren't we? What else? Ashley, like I said, she doesn't know how to let anything go either. So these are the similarities, right, that she and Candiace both have. Just like Chris pulled her outside and said, "I wish you would let some things go." Same thing with Ashley. Right? So it's like the same thing y'all say for Candiace, y'all can say for Ashley. And this is why people scream about colorism, because Candiace is the darker tone and Ashley is a lighter tone. It's easier for people to try to have those conversations. Whether I disagree or feel like I don't see it at all, I see why they may try and make the correlation with colorism, because you got one lighter skinned woman that gets away with more shit, even though she does the same thing that the darker skinned woman does. Okay. What else? I think I read that. Ashley told this story. Oh, she told the story, right? About she tried to make the correlation between Candiace and Mia getting into it to Candiace and Monique of last year. She told the story completely out of whack. She said that, and it's funny because it makes me think about the fans who try to tell the story completely out of whack to make their point seem good or whatever because they don't like somebody or because they like another person more. Girl, I guess let's move on. So she told the story completely out of whack and says that Candiace put her hands in Mia's face. And I said, you know what, Ashley? Whew, I do not like the girl. You know what, Ashley? It's so funny because, bitch, you don't be nowhere around. You don't be nowhere around stuff, but you be having so much to say. And the moment that you are actually in the room to see what the fuck happened, you still lying. You got the whole story right there. When you ain't even there, you ain't nowhere near around, you feel the need to defend it. But the moment you have your own eyes right there to see what the fuck is going on, to relay the story exactly how it played out, you don't. You're hilarious to me. Girl, I can't stand this girl, okay? Anyway, so Candiace did not put her hand in Mia's face. That was all on Mia. Mia did more than one time. Girl, so how did you miss that when they were standing right there in front of you? How you missed that out of all people? How you missed that? Girl, y'all don't get Candiace ass. I'm not Candiace, but Ashley ass. Ashley, was you there, beloved, girl? Okay, and were you there, beloved? And that's the funny part, she was. Were you there, beloved? You were. So tell the story how it actually went and stop making up shit to fit the narrative that you wanted to fit in that moment. Right? What else? Now notice how Ashley, because she's also trying to egg on Mia, if y'all paid attention, she kept saying Mia's name, thinking Mia was going to get upset with her in that moment. So Ashley definitely knew exactly what she was doing, and she was having a plan. She was trying to, I don't know what kind of plan it was, but she had a little plan she was trying to do. Something going on, girl, because she was trying to get Mia to be back upset with Candiace, okay? Now, anyway. So Chris tries to calm Candiace down at this point, and Candiace isn't hearing it. And I'm with Candiace on this. No, motherfucker. I'm not up here in her face. I'm not yelling at her. My hand is on this side of the table. It's not all the way over there on that side of the table. It's right here, and I'm talking. So for you, because you feeling the way, want me to get up and walk outside? No, you can take your ass outside, but you're not going to tell me to get up. And then this hoe just sat up here and disrespected you, and then you want to tell me to get up? You got me fucked up. You can sit your ass down, though. You can sit down. or you can go outside. I don't give a damn. Okay? Because how I'm feeling right now, you and her ass finna get it. Get it. You better go. I'm for real, girl. He would have had to scoot on out, honey. I'm sorry. He would have got their work that day because I felt like Chris was wrong. You trying to calm stuff down so much. So much. But this girl steady over here coming at her. And then notice, Candiace didn't even get loud. Ashley started to yell at Candiace. So not only did Ashley yell at Candiace, but she called her out her name first. Like, nobody sees it though. Nobody sees it. I don't understand. Okay. And also, Chris, let me get you another thing. Chris, you had all motherfucking day to get Candiace earlier today when you heard that damn glass broke outside or wherever you were, and you didn't go get your wife then when you knew shit got heated. But now she's sitting down at this table. Things did not get that heated. And then you want to try and remove her from the table. But where was your fucking antennas earlier that day if that's the case? So yeah, no, I'm glad she sat right there. The fuck? I was like, no, he didn't try and get this girl up. No, where was you at earlier? You ain't want to have nothing to do with it. So now you want to try and remove her? You better get your hands off me, Chris. I'm finna sit right here and I'm finna cuss this hoe out. And when I'm done cussing her the hell out, then I will get up. Thank you. The fuck? No, sir. I ain't like that at all. So I just felt like don't try and grab her now. Okay, making her seem like she's the problem when it's rusty penny ass Ashley. That's the problem, period. Okay, so I disagree with Chris right there. I understand that he's frustrated, but Ashley had that work coming to her. Okay, but I do feel like Ashley got exactly what she wanted out of Candiace, though. I do. She came there with an agenda when she first started the conversation. She knew what she was doing. I feel like the green-eyed bandits and her. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call them naked moles. The three naked moles got together and they had a conversation, and this was all planned just like they had the conversation about coming to Wendy about some stuff. So they knew Ashley was going to figure out the right time to bring the argument back up because they know what happens, okay, when they bring it up. They know the ladies are going to argue about it, right? What else? I wanted to tell Candiace to be selective about who you decide to engage with. Like disengage sometimes with these hoes, right? Just like some people definitely need that work, but sometimes I do want her to be selective, especially because it cringes to see Ashley gets what it is that she wants out of situations, right? So I feel like when it comes to Ashley, I wouldn't even give her it. Like it would be straight dust. I love that Candiace was leaving her out of her events. You know, earlier on this, like, girl, me and you, we don't vibe. I don't like you. So Candiace was doing a good job. Like continue to leave her out. But when it comes to Gizelle and Robyn, drag them accordingly, cuss them out accordingly as you need to. Okay, let's go on. Chris decides to, thank you so much for the super chat, Princess. The three blind mice because they can't see their BS. Okay, I like the mole rats better. I like the naked mole rats. Like ain't that's a little mole rat that Kim Impossible keeps in her pocket? I like that. Okay. What else? Chris decides to go outside and Dre decides to follow him. Okay. Really nice guy. I think Dre's a really nice guy. He goes outside, checks on Chris. Ashley wants Chris to sit down. And I would have been like, bitch, shut the hell up talking to my husband. You could be quiet talking to my husband because you're contributing to the reason why he's feeling the way that he's feeling right now. And he decided to get up because you sent for me and you knew I was going to come back for your ass too. Tell me some, Chris, God, sit down. Like, Ashley, shut up. How about that? Girl, oof. Okay, so Candiace tells Ashley basically in the confessional she wants her to find her man. Girl, you need to find me on like, where's your husband? Where is your man? Where is he? Girl, you need to find my man on real quick and go find him and see where he at because he not answering your calls like Juan ain't answering Robyn's. Damn. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I feel like Robyn was leaving a voicemail. She wasn't on the phone with no damn body because Juan ain't answered that phone. She was talking to the voicemail. Girl, bye. So Ashley tells Candiace she wished she wouldn't have done that. Ashley, I wish you would not have done that. You know what you were doing with your messy ass. Girl, anybody more messier than my boys is me. You're right. You're right. It's definitely you. So Chris is telling Dre how he is tired of them arguing, including his wife. He's tired of all of the ladies pretty much arguing and not letting things go and leaving things in the past, okay? Mia tells Candiace not to say Ashley is acting out of character because she's acting out of character as well. And Candiace tells her, girl, don't embarrass your benefactor. Don't embarrass your benefactor. I'm screaming because G is also laughing. Okay? Your husband is also laughing. Girl, I don't know which one I want. I don't know if I want my husband to stay at home Or if I want him to sit at the table next to me and laugh at my ass when I'm getting clowned. Girl, he laughed at low budget and him being the benefactor. Yikes, girl. Mia, you might want to have your husband stay at home sometimes. Let's keep going. Robyn speaks on Candiace not watching her mouth. Interesting, okay? What else did she say about the confessional? Oh yeah, when they played that confessional clip about Candiace not knowing how to watch her mouth or something like that Robyn said, I'm like, how does that relate to what we doing right now? Both of these ladies said so you just gonna not, like, had Mia not chimed in and said what she said, Candiace wouldn't have responded to her. Had Mia not said anything, Candiace wouldn't have said anything. Had Ashley not come for her, she wouldn't have said nothing. If anybody needs to put their find my man on, it needs to be you, Robyn. Go find one. Go find him. That's what you do. If anybody needs to cut it on, you need to cut it on, sis. Check all your devices so you can find out where your man is. Girl, shut up. Chris tells Candiace he wants her to be the bigger person. And I understand what Chris is saying, but it's at the same time, when they go low, bitch, I'm going to the lower pits of hell. What do you mean? What do you mean? Girl, and she disrespected you. Girl, we in the universe at this point. Girl, I can't even go lower than go up in hell. Girl, I'm so far in the universe on your ass. That's where I'm at. We're that far into space at this point. Girl, I'm not even on Earth anymore. That I'm dragging your ass. What are you talking about? When that girl, bye. I want her to let something, what did I write? Oh, I think I already said that. Back at the table, we can hear Giz, Rob, and Ashley speak on Candiace not learning her lesson or whatever last year. This is so funny, right? Because when y'all start filming, this incident was still fresh. Number one, so you know Candiace is still sensitive to this situation. But even bigger than that, let's talk about how y'all was caping so much for Candiace, as though you felt like she was in the right and that Monique was 1000% wrong in everything that she did. So what lesson was there to be learned? Well, I'm so confused by it. What you mean? That makes absolutely no sense. When y'all was dead set on Miss Girl being absolutely wrong. She was 1000% wrong. Now y'all trying to make it seem like Candiace needed to learn a lesson. What lesson? What did she do? She told the whole she was asleep. I'm asleep. I'm asleep. I'm asleep. Well, what are we talking about? That made absolutely no sense, because if you ask me, I still feel like that was an attack on Candiace. And a lot of people are basing their determination based on the fight happening right then. I'm looking at everything because her issue was never with Candiace to begin with. So Monique was and will always be wrong to me, because she should have placed that energy where it needed to go instead of choosing the smallest person that was there. You had plenty of times to throw them hands with Robyn and we never saw it happen. Yikes. So there's that. So I don't know where they was going with that, but for them to bring that up and for them to say that the way that they said it, you need to watch your back, Candiace. So while you telling people to watch themselves, you need to watch yourself when it comes to these ladies, because I just don't trust them. I do not trust them at all. And ain't no telling which direction they're trying to go. Like, I just, be careful with them. Watch them. What else? Gizelle, let's talk. See, you talked about Candiace learning a lesson, right? You said she didn't learn her lesson last year. If anybody needs to learn a lesson, dear, it would be you. You ain't learned a lesson from Jamal hoeing your ass out the first time that y'all was married. And then you turned around and got in a situation with him again. So obviously you, dear, you haven't learned your lesson. So if anybody needs to learn a lesson, dear, let it be you. Start with yourself, right? Start with yourself, since you want to have somebody else learn a lesson that you were advocating for on last year about how they were never wrong and the other person were. Let's talk about that. Let's focus on that, ma'am. Okay? Right. But that's all I got. Episode was cute for what it was. Ashley Darby is full of shit. She will always and forever be full of shit, in my opinion. She wanted to get Candiace in a certain place. Candiace definitely went down that road with her. What else? I'm looking forward to next episode when it looks like G gonna have an exchange of words with Miss Ashley. I wonder if she gonna like G that much more next go around. I also want to see if she's gonna be like, I spent time with Mia, so I know more of her story. I want to see if that's gonna happen. Let's talk, okay? Candiace was just eating her food and Ashley started the foolishness and Chris made it worse. She was drunk, just drunk and angry. Even if she wasn't drunk and angry, Ashley shouldn't have came at her like that. And Chris should have never had her try and get up when she wasn't even doing shit. She was just cussing the girl out. Like, she was doing the same thing Ashley was doing. So what was the point in having her get up? Didn't understand that part at all. I'm glad he decided to get up and walk out, though. Remove yourself. Remove your damn self. That was Gizelle's lesson to learn, okay? She should have been fighting, not Candiace. What? That was Gizelle's lesson to learn. She should have been fighting, not Candiace. Gizelle started the rumor. Okay? Embarrassing. I'm just scrolling through y'all comments real quick. Agreed. She didn't want to fight her. Agreed. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for the latest episode of Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I truly enjoyed you guys for watching it, hanging in there with me. Thank you all so much. Okay, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys share the video. I'm Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.